Maybe after all, shoulder work. It's impossible for him, and he can't split. He has to split. I believe what what he should do is put it in his clothes, absorb it in his clothes. Then hang here in a way that it shouldn't be seen. Minimalistness, if he's a finicky person, perish any the roast of him us and explaining about something he's not able to see something which is disgusting. Any awful of little he's not able to absorb it in his garment, Zork laugh which throw it behind him. Then you have to Zork laugh it's impossible to throw it behind him, Zork will small to throw it to his left. I believe Lo Yamina Benatz is right. Vakoshka in the front of a turn on in front of him, the also that's for sure also. Is a rabbi ben Yonah Pek Mishanesa. V'hadu the common Veshim and Kuf comes Imel, this later on in Veshim and Kuf of Gimel, Shahuf upon the tzad small. Chila, Shuyam Michel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They first turns to his left, which is the right of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yishlam the time Kivin Shemei Olam Bil Yard the Shina the mountain Miasar. The reason is since the Shina never lasts below 10. In Cain, Ena Shina connected him as follows, so the Shina is not opposite the one who's doubting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So why is he turning to his left? Is because it's the right of Hashem. You could say the reason is, it's given that meaning why isn't the left considered the right of Hashem? Given that Hashem Yom Lo Yard Nishkin the Matris, since the Shkin never goes below 10, and Cain in the Shkin is a negative pro, if so the Shkin is not obviously the one who's doubting. If we got help will cover the Yaman today, therefore we do is we go by his right, even though the left is really the right of Hashem, but that's not below 10, so it's not really there. Berekinka, by spinning, Shahib Bishasvi, which is the time of the prayer. Abu Kushab Hussein Shalish Psilas, when he's taking 3 steps back, so other Mark Gatu and Malcolm also, person's distancing himself from the place of his prayer. Who can egg the Shekhinah now? He is by the Shekhinah. Leviga Nosin Shalom, and small therefore he gives Shalom to his left. Sha'oz who can egg in Yamino, Shalom Kadosh Baruch, then he's on the right of Hashem. This one the base Yosef Hashem of the name of his father. But I guess when he distances himself away, he's a little bit more close because he was higher up to start. Shlomo Nira, Mishna says, Givon, the beg down, for example, where his lower inner garments. Of beg but an outer garment, Kiman Shavrok near since the spit will be seen. Also, it's also. Ubinina Tinish Alovshim Batzel, this is Vatikas Begit, Hamakuberis Lagura, the piece of garment which is attached to the belt. After Sharok Nira, even though the spit can be seen, after the mut is possible to mutter. The Kivan Sha'asai, the calf, Imbo Mishim Mias, since it's made for this, there's no Mias. King Gas and Magan Abramus and the Magan Abramus. Abshari Fan Gasu Shagam Bizatar, Likro Malcolm Marog, Shaloi Henir. And the other Reform say that even in this case, you have to wrap up the place of the spit and it shouldn't be seen. So they have like a handkerchief or something which is attached to the belt. It's made for that other one. And Zion says, this is known as Tamid of the other Rabbah and the Magni Gurim. The Enu Yafal, he's not able to put in his garments because he's in this. Pirish, Shemal Zol Avliv, Ksusa is disgusting for him to absorb in his garments. It's from the Magna Ram. Osha Enu Yafal, Lashosa, Befiv, Ashi of Dianu, or he's not able to wait and flame his mouth until he absorbs them. He's got to get it out right now. It's still disgusting. Oshu Kusas Nor, it's a nice garment and he can't do it. It's from the grass. If we need him, then it's going to absorb it into his clothes. It's going to bother him also, and it's not going to be able to happen. Zarkul Acha, what he should do is to throw it behind him. Hainu Shahofik Panam Lachov, they mean to turn his face behind him. Ozarku Oshazarku Biadu Lachov, or throw it with his hands behind him, spin his hands, throw it behind him. Soon the Eli Ram and the Magmi Burim. Avaloko Afi Mal, but don't throw it up. Shanira Kakofin, that looks like the kofar that you're throwing it at Hashem. This is from the Kolbo. Rikolshki and the fun of Hashem in front of him, you shouldn't be doing them. Nation Mikalshki and the fun of the reasons to some Rizam and the Shrinit in front of him. Mikamakam the Yafshul, the Rokel, the fun of Loy Mino. Still, if it's impossible for him to spit it, and the only way he can spit is in front of him, which is right for whatever reason. This is from the back on the Shah Khanim, for example, there's people in the other ways. Reuben Star made the tefillah and he's troubled by prayer. Yadesh Ain't Yakul the Rock because he can't spit. Mutal the Rock the Amino of the seal, the fun of it's much to spit to his right or even to in front of him, it's fine. Usually at that time, we just say the reason. The Achronim call it tear to Bibshis. The Achronim answers simply, why do we assume that the left is more cautious than the right? The Hakam Bashas Bukiki, here at the time it's because to be spitting, Salik Mimenu Kava the Shkina leaves from him. Ukamosha Kata the Simon Gimel says Simon Gimel the Indian, he's Kamdu Mukhubanim that is honored the people who honor him. Al Kain Nazlina Basa Yamid Yamin, therefore we go by Yamin as well Shaladam of the person. Mashain can be Simon Kafka Gimel, which is not true in Kafka Gimel, the Iron Bishtachwa, which is talking about bowing down, Shemishtachwa, Bisof, Spilos of the Shkina, he's bowing down the end of his prayer to the Shkina. Al-Kain is leaning bossy, I mean, the Shkina, therefore go by the right of the Shkina, because he's not, the Shkina is still there. Who can I get the Shkina, top of the Shkina, but Salome, Sha'al Korko, Kagonas, Sha'al Korko, and also, the East, Yishtachwa, and then for sports and time, then, at the time of bowing down, the Yishtachwa was negative Shkina to balance the Shkina. She the Malamia, so which is above 10. He hallelujah. Yoda the Matzikot doesn't go below, so therefore he has to be bowing down. And then when he's bowing down, he should go to the right and left of that Shkina, which is 10 up. So, a little bush. Gimel. I mean, I guess why saying, okay. In Kino, Okatsto, if the louse would start biting into him, Yamashri Regala, he can move around in his clothes, the Lafira to get rid of it. Shalo Yiska, Yisbatos, Manasa shouldn't destroy it, Silmanam, Avaloyas, Yiran, and Biadu shouldn't take it out with his hands. Hagav, the Dafka Bashas Tefillah, it's only the time of prayer. Rabbi Shlomo Bashas Tefillah, Yochel Kina, but at the time, not a time prayer, was able to take the louse, Lazarko basic nets and throw into the shul. If he's in shul. This is the words of Ruah. Behind the elbow siman dalad sefir ches. The other with his hands. Jim over to not if he violated this and took it. Yishavshev yadav v'kosel should move his hands around on a wall over the verach over something else. So could elbow siman sadi beis sif siman sam dalad sif is ches. The mevor sham is clear that on again of a kid that tzarich little yadav the one to touch the last has to wash his hands with mine with water. And they ruah because the bad spirit has shor aliyah daim which is dwelling on the hands. The Bolchkin and who according to the for sure if it's before prayer. The Torah completes the yod of a mime and he has to wash his hands with water before it because of davening. If he touched the last. Earlier I was pre begotten, my Mordecai became mash from Megras, and Dalit, Sifil Fest, Osius of Zion, Dibra Maskal and Agir, Butina, the look of the bush regards not like the bush in the grass. In Ishmael Talisom Yom if his house got lost from its place, Yochel and Mashmik was able to move it around and last year to bring it back. Avalim Nafukul, but the whole thing fell out. Any Yochel of Hazard was not able to go back and put it on, so having to have to put it back on. Yochel and Mash was able to move it around. If you look at Naful Reuben, the majority of it fell, he's able to bring it back. This is from the Magen Avraham. Cool all of it. I feel him Nishar and Dayan Biyalim, because it remains in his hands. Tifa, have a heftig, the wrapping it on him is still going to be considered a heftig, and he shouldn't be doing it. Assume that isn't Pasha. And you're also not able to. If he violated this and did wrap himself on it, Interach lahaskim with the bracha. You don't have to start from the beginning. The bracha, no government, just finish your prayer and go. From the earlier rabba. Because Yigmat Vilasa, when he finishes Tvila, you master go, you should move it around and make a bracha on it. By end of the fast, look earlier into the fast, tip the Zayin, Mr. Brush, and Mr. Brother. Zakin Shemason Batia Inai, Ancient Inai Makon Braille, a Braille, this is a Mishka fine, this is glasses. If you have an old person putting on glasses, which is called glasses, in Koran, in Haim Refuyim Behatmo, if they're like loose on his nose, Shakar will be close to falling, you did Kriya, Vishtachos, you're bending and bowing down. Nochal Nahapushi Shirim Mitkila, because it's property Malcolm, they should tie them with a string. Okay, they have the hefsek, that is the hefsek. Imloshu Tarad Aideza, unless he's troubled but through this, that meaning to having this garment, his towels up. If any yochel is not able to intent, Yelbushen and Via Kishia, this time a bracha, then what you should do is put it on when you conclude the bracha. This is from the Graz, Velaman, El Sof Simon, Zadi Zion, Mogan Avram, Ayin Sham, and Mogan Avram, they look there. And also Masa, when he's carrying a burden, I'll say upon his shoulders, the idea is man to feel the prayer time for his come. Halchos me arba kavin, less before kavin. Mafshil, and you take the lamp for it, and swallow your throat behind you and you daven. Arba kavin, if it is arba kavin, then you file agabe karka, and misfal, and you leave it on the ground and daven. Agabe karka, the Masa shall arba kavin, imheim, Allah mavat, and the muscle, and a burden of four kavin from there on him, then it's going to be vatal's kavana. Hamizbal Shah Shekhavim believe one of his diamonds has intended in his heart. Here Shamil the explanation of the word. Shemot Mitzvah was taken out of his mouth. So Yashav ki ilu shchina b'kinayim, when you should think as if the skin is opposite in him. Yasser kol ma'ashavos etavadus, and get rid of all the bad thoughts which are bothering him. Also ad shetishar ma'ashavta v'kmanos zaka v'tfilas, until it remains his thoughts and his intent clear for in his davening. V'yashav think as if he's standing in front of a king, but with flesh and blood. He must set up his words and intent, based by him with them count very well. Without not to stumble. For sure in front of the king of all kings, said he, because he delves into all the machshavos. The Chasidim and they do the Chasidim and the men of valor. They would go alone in Machavnin B'tfilah and have intent in their prayers. Aja Hayim Magiyim Lispashit the his pashtus and gashmis, until they were coming close to getting rid of the gashmis or spreading out of the gashmis. Who is Gavras Bo as Koachasically until and it was strengthening the power of the mind. Aja Hayim Magiyim Karv the Malsag and until they were coming close to the concept of the idea of nevuah. Vim tabulam mashav al-charis, if another thought comes into him in the middle of prayer, yishtoik aji yizbat al-mashav, he should be quiet until the mashav goes away. Mitzvah shiyashav b'devarim hamachliyim alev, you have to think about things which just humble the heart. And mechavnin also love and intend them to the Father in heaven. V'lo yashav b'devarim sheyesh b'hem talis rosh, shouldn't think about things which have in it lightheartedness. Okay, Hagav Yashim Kodem Atilish, think before prayer. Meromos Hakel, from the haughtiness of Hashem, or the highness of Hashem. Yisala, it was shiftless Adam and the lowness of a man. He also called Tanuge Adam and Tanuge Adam, and remove all the enjoyments of man and live from his heart. This is from Robert Ben Yonah, Rage Perak, Ein Omdim. But also Adam the Nashik Ma'abanav Katanim basic. It's also for a man to kiss his kids in the shul. Kadesh the Gvol Limbo Shein Va'abel Kavos Makar, in order to set in two sides, there's no love like the love of Hashem. This is from Benjamin Zay Simon Kofim Gimel. Razul is Parak Ketzad Nevarach. Here Shemil, the explanation of the words. Vayachavinam V'Shemos, and you include them. Words shouldn't intend with the names and the single. It's in the Mogan Avram and the Shem Giburim. Raki Spal should just intend, pray normally, caution. Lahavin of the bar is slave to understand the word and intent of the heart. In Lo Shemisha who Bob Yisod Hashem, unless someone who comes with the secrets of Hashem, Yodel Lechavin Babaliva, Usa with the Silo, and is able to think about it with his heart and with, I'm not sure what Usa means, and fear. Yilam also without this, Chas v'shalom mekalko the harbio, Chas v'shalom he loses this a lot. I'm going to run look at the Magen Ram Shem Razor. But Shuvah to Rashal, Simon Ches, and Julie Rashal, Simon Ches, Kazav Ba'or, the Herald Rosh, Rav Shimon Shamar, after Shalom at Sisri Kabbalah, that he says about Rav Shimon that after learning the secrets of Kabbalah, Shimon's Palin continued with Yom that he prayed like a kid of one day, but meaning he did the simple like that. I'm Ben for Bnei Yeshua, look at Bnei Yeshua, Mishmerk in Omnim Shekatz right. The ilu hakavanos hamaboros kan the Shulchan Aruch. These kavanos are clear in the Shulchan Aruch. The actual l'chaim v'shas v'il rak kodem. It's impossible for them to be intended at the time of prayer. Rak kodem rather you have to pray them before. With tefillos are l'chaim v'shemilos, and by prayer you have to think about these. There's the explanation of the words. Ayin Sham look there. So I mean, the Shulchan Aruch is telling you. Yes, if you're thinking of Hashem. These all should be just before. Yishtok, he should be silent. And we say from Magen Katzim, and the Akad Magen writes, the Vasal Mashav to get rid of bad thought, Vishas, feel at the time of prayer. Yom Mishal Shpam, we should say 3 times, P. Who Rosh Tevos Palti Yosef, the Haim Hayis Gabra al Yitzer Liba. That means the Palti of Yosef, which he was strengthened on his heart, nature's heart. We could easily have him stuff on an alef. It says that it had enough of an alef. But after that, the York Shalosh, probably afterwards spit 3 times. Below York, Lagam shouldn't completely spit, Rak, V'derach, Nachas, V'alosh, and do it just very calmly, V'alosh, and Heibein, V'asayim, and the tongue should be between your lips. V'shas, Rikik at the time of spitting. Ubavad tell from Moshe for sure get rid of the bad thought. Because of Magen Avraham, Hazan and Magen writes to this, the ain't really last said, I don't think you should do this, but talk the time of the prayer of Shemon Esrei, the Havik Hefsik, it's a Hefsik. Meodeh and Refuah, with Vudugu, who knows if this is a tested working Refuah. We say Eli Rabba, Heavy Vishem, and Kitzur Shalah, the Eli Rabba brings the name of the Kitzur Shalah, Vizel is the language, the Gula Habir Mashav Splits, the school to get rid of the bad thought. And Shekolim Etzvili Yavrin Yavir Shlosh Pam Yad Yamino 3 before his prayer, he put his right hand on Al Mitzvah on his forehead. V'yomer b'chol Pam say each time he does it 3 times. Leiv Tarbar Li'Elokim that Leiv the Ruach Nafal Kadosh B'Kirbi. He said a pure heart was created for me Hashem, and a spirit which is proper should be instilled inside of me. V'chein in Balo Mashav Skot, even if a bad thought comes but also feel in the middle of prayer, Yishtak Nahas V'Yaver Yaminu Al Mitzvah, be quiet a little bit and then put his right hand on his forehead. V'Har Pasuk Kanal and think about this pasuk. Adkan the Shom, this is the end of the language. Banava Getanim, he shouldn't be kissing his little kids. V'Shlan Korea, so I take Alam Avin, you let them base Knesset, the Shla brings a complaint about people who bring little kids into the shul. Behind the time, Shadam Lagil. Chenas, that means little kids which have any reason to reach Chenas. This is from the King Kos of Maf the Shef, this is Maf the Shefel. Mitam, Ki Yolodim Mesachakim Merakadim, because the little kids are playing and they're dancing, basically that's in the shul, Mechalim Kedusha, basically that's in destroying the Kedusha in the shul. And Gam Valblim Das Misfalim, also destroying the thoughts of the people who are davening. But Odin Gam, he has seen and further, even when they grow up, yes, well, they're not going to get rid of their bad traits. Sharing in this kind of will do something that was trained into them when they were kids. Nishtaga to go crazy and Levaz's Kedushas based cannot destroy the sanctity of the Kishol. Abu Kishagil when he reaches son at Adrab, Yavianu Itala based Knesset, she should take him to the Shol. Vilamdeu Orchos Time, teach him Orchos Time, Leisha Baim and Virat to say sit there with fear and with awe. Willing your fennel is losing. Don't let him leave his place. He is because Zehu La'anas Amen, B'Kadish, and wake him up to say Amen and Kaddish V'Kedusha. Ein Sham V'Sof Inyan and two look there and the top of the two look creates the Torah. But Ein V'Tam V'Elio look at the Berio, if I look out back again, go to Ha'onish, Sheesh Lab, the great punishment there is the father. Shemaniach has been no La'anas the Barm Shel Hebel, then he leaves his son to say words of nothingness, but Tiflus is the Knesset and foolishness in the show. Okay, the Shulchan says, "Lo yisbal makom sheish davar shem mevatel kavanah." So shouldn't pray for some place when it's something which is going to destroy his kavanah. Lo v'shas shem mevatel kavanah. Not in a time when it's destroying his kavanah. This is from the Torah b'shem Rottenberg that goes Maimoni Perikdal Mehilchas Tefillah. V'asher v'enu go in the Torah because nowadays we're not careful about all this and they she'en lanu mechavin and kolkach tefillah because we don't have so much intent in our prayers. Mevatel, the Mishnah says, "Kigon shem." Sheikha, for example, Chadash, Shemariach, for example, a new beer which he's smelling, Chayagam and stuff like that. Gimel says it's from the Gemara and Abraham, the Dal is from the Shammah Gemara. Bishah Shem Vatal, the time of it and when it's Mavatal. Could go and Shein died to me, Shabbos, for example, his mind's not on him, not settled on him. Made the tar for whichever pain. This is from Sham. O Kas, or anger from the troubles of the way, this is from Sham. But also nowadays, someone who wants to stand up to daven, he told class with them in the midst of anger and stuff like that. You're the Amachshavas and Smitrinus also see first to get rid of the bad disruptive thoughts which are troubling him. Or could Elvis him and Stefan. It says earlier Stefan. Ain't on it, we don't care about this. The Prima God and Pastor Shem in the bush, the Prima God says in the bush, Afal God Shein on even though we don't have a tent, become Makamad, the Evshel the Asos, also what we could do, we do. Okay, in a spell basis. By Shisham Sheikh, we shouldn't daven in a house which has the in beer. This new beer, or made the vash or some honey juice or whatever that is, some sort of drink made of that. The culture can be for sure bad smell, mupash, that's which is a little bit rotten. Sure, get rid of that and do the best you can. Okay, Tigamo says these valderach tachanuni we should pray ways of supplications. Kedam kirash like a poor person. Hamabakish peasant. Bepesach is asking at the door. Ulenachas and with calmness. Shalom tirim. Allah Kamasa shouldn't seem like a burden to him. Hamabakish lifts up Imenu when he's seeking to get rid of belief from Hashem. Hamabakish from Bepesach and Ulenachas when he's asking at the door and with calmness. Who Inyanachas is a different thing. Inyanachas is one thing. This is my Beis Yosef and Rachel Beis Yosef in the back. Rosalam means to say, V'shiyomra b'nachas yishev, you should say it calmly, v'lashon tachalunim in the way of supplication. Kamisha Mavakish Rachel Malat, someone is asking mercy on himself. V'yosem alivol she'ein b'yad yishub nivran, you should put on his heart that's not in the hands of any creation. Malach or mazel, either an angel or some sort of mazel, kochov or star. The malach she lost the fills requires to keep verzono yisrach except with the will of Hashem. Kamasa like a burden, perish. Even though he says it in a length of supplications in the Magen Avraham. If he doesn't intend Kavosh Tzorach, Dover, as if he needs something and coming to ask from Hashem, let's say rather he's bring to fill his obligation. Ein Nocham is not proper. You have to be very careful about this. And even if you didn't say in a way of supplication, lo yachsav yispash, go back and read out. Look at the berura alef. Daled. Hatfilu he b'macham hakarban. The tefillah is in the place of carbon. Lakach. Zorach l'tzarv shetehei dogmas a carbon that you have intent that it should be similar to a carbon, but come on with intent. Lo yarv ba machshavas. You shouldn't mix in a different thought. Kamo machshava sheposelos v'kadshim, for example, a thought which passes by kadshim. Uma dumida avodah or in standing similar to avodah. Kadshim. Movement should be standing. Dumida avodah similar to the avodah. Over kaviyas makom in a set place. Kamo karbanos like the karbanos that have a set place. Shkol echad kavu makom, each one had a certain set place. Shkit also for ishkitim mat and dama and putting his blood, whatever. Each one has separate one. Shlo yachod davar beino the kira, and also another thing you should have is not have anything between him and the wall. Zumi the carbon, some with the carbon, shema shachatzitza boselos, Spain of the kli, then if the tzitza would make him would pass home between him and the kli, can't have gloves on. Rosh Yulo, Malbush and Lam, it's good to have proper nice clothes on him. Yuchadim is the tefillah, which is set for tefillah. Kamog like the kahuna, just like the clothes of the kahuna. Elish ain't kol adam yachol lebazvis. Alzan not able to pay for all this. Mikom makom tov shu sheyulo with the Simon, it's good for him to have pants. Yuchadim the tefillah is set for prayer. Mishum lakish because of cleanness. Okay. Bain look here, the mission where it says, B'tzur cause of all the Torah is further. Bain the karka between him and the ground. Because of the Taz, after Shlosh Tvachim, it means only for 3 Tvachim. You can wear shoes. Abu B'Pakos B'Shlosh Tvachim, but less than 3 Tvachim, then a feel mitzvah left, there's not even a mitzvah to get rid of them. Yesh Omrim, Osrim Filo Pakos B'Shlosh, so those are even less than 3, but I think it has to be like a matter or something from the other Ram and Lavush. Mikomakom, Lukuli Yam, and Lishta, the Yom Kippur, according to everyone, is able to throw it out, spread out on Yom Kippur, Alakarka, sub innovation, dried grass. Lamar Lam in order to stand on them, with the spot to down them. Bottle who got McCarthy, it's bottle to the ground. Also, the spell of the Kripa, it's also Bevricha. It's also the Davin, Bevricha. This is Malchus Katanas, but I don't know what a Bevricha is. I don't know. Okay. He says, Al Yashuv, Royu Shiyas, the Kodesh Baruch Hu, don't think that it's fitting that Hashem should do. Bakashu is Bakashti, my request. Kivin Shikavanti was Vila since I had intended to prayer. He Adra Bezemed Maskir Vonus Kazan, obviously this mentions the sin Shaladim of man. Shall he day kaf of Hashem Maisa, through this they're going to search out his actions, Lom Betuachu, Maisa, it's Vizuliosa, you say, oh, he's trusting in the plus, we'll see if he has them. Eliyahu Shiyasu HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the class those that whether you should think that Hashem should do with his kindness. The unbelievable stand is large. Miyani Dal, Nivza, who am I? It's low and disgusting. Nabakish means the Melech is coming to ask from Hashem. Malchem Malchem, the King of all kings. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Im lo mirah chasad, if not from his great kindness. Shehu mitnag behem im boyosa, then he has custom with them with his creations. It's well derech tachnun, should pray the way of supplications. Mam old derech l'adam nizar b'zeh, how much the person has to be careful about this. Kiyesh v'kam post with many posts come mitzrifim. L'chaz l'spal needs you to repeat and go back and read davening. Mafim because of this. Halohema abach the rabbis ladies the bach and the rabbis chemuk me'abas yosem from the base yosem mam mordechai and mavi gibor v'chichu me'aramban me'arambam and puts from the Rambam. Parent tell me hilchos v'il hilchos. The Sarvagam can also hold this way. L'daiti and Rakokach, in my opinion, this isn't such a proof. The Kaigam the Mashu Amr Sum, this kind of thing, which it says over there. The certain reaction now, there we have to wait a little bit. Delay a little bit. Mevadi who got the Kakila, for sure it's only the Kakila, but then the Pri Megadim causes the usual Lachush, Lachashash Baruch Levatola. Similar to the Pri Megadim, because you should be concerned about Shash Baruch Levatola. Mainly happen B'diavad, and shouldn't be mouth B'diavad. Now, for planning the Kakila mode, you at the very least, the Kakila should be very careful about this. Ordinarily, Pasha further seems to be simple. Kakila is asked the Mamre, Mordechai, even according to my Mordechai and Magaburim, in the Ikuba, Raka of us, the Lord is not me, I can accept by Abbas alone. Bishar Brachas, Raka, the Kakila, another Brachas only the Kakila. The Halu, the two is not according to them. Ikra and Tamish, one of the main reasons is because of Kavana. Ukamosha Okikum Rambam is from the Rambam. When we came to Shai Brachos still have the Yikuba, the Yavin and so and other Brachos wouldn't be market with the Yavin. So speaking of Dachanunim, I'm praying Dachanunim is the Yavin by Avos could be, but still no. But by the other Brachos for sure it's only like Apila because you don't even have to have intent, you don't have to make sure the way it's obligations. But I mean, it was still like Apila. I don't know what a break is.